Hey, Liz. Name some vertebrates that are found in your community and other stuff.
Cows! Chickens! Dogs! Horses!
How do mammals impact the ecosystem?
Well, you see here. All right. How mammals help us in our ecosystem? They are good pets. Doggies, they're cute, they're good pets. Same with kitties. Horses, they give us transportation. Wow. Cows give us milk. And then when they die, they go into the ground and give good nutrients. And another way they give good nutrients is a lot of people using gardens or farmers will use manure from cows, their poo-poo, to fertilize. And they're just kind of cute. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna talk about how us humans have helped these mammals and vertebrates, but we're gonna focus on mammals for right now. For instance, cows and horses. With livestock, we give them vaccines and then they don't get sick. And we also feed them, give them shelter, and we give them a nice place at home. Horses, we give them exercise, we ride them. It's great for them. Cows, they get a big pasture to graze on. And chickens, which aren't mammals, but I want to elaborate on this, we give them cute little houses called coops and then give them lots of grain to eat. We're great.
In my opinion, I think these actions should continue.
Name 3 vertebrates in our community that are in decline.
Gray wolf.
Black-footed ferret.
And bald eagle. I will also elaborate on this. You see here, my friend Fred, he's been in decline for many decades because of the pesticide use of DDT, like totally destroying his food source. And then also illegal shooting, poaching, no, and the habitat destruction because we love to kill trees, but we need to fix that. How I think we could help my friend Fred is we could bring more eagles to sanctuaries and shelters, get them away from those dirty poachers, so naughty. As I said with poaching, all these birds leaving, especially bald eagles being the bird of our country, they keep leaving and it's hard on our ecosystem. You wanna know why? I'll tell you. So we have all these nasty bugs and they eat the bugs. That's what birds are good for. And we have all those nasty little rodents that crawl into fields. Bald eagles and other large birds eat them and they keep the population controlled. A lot of that is mostly population control because if we didn't have birds, you know how many rats we would have? Nasty. As of right now, the invasive species in our community, but not yet in our community alone, in many parts of North Dakota and Minnesota, there are zebra mussels going into freshwater lakes. They cut fish from their sharp insides, and they will also cut humans that are swimming. They've been attached to bottoms of boats when people go into from one lake to another. And honestly, a lot of that has been proven to be by Game and Fish Department inspecting each lake, and they'll take their boat into one that's infected with zebra mussels. And sometimes you don't even know until it's too far gone. And then when they go into another lake, they fall off. Even with just eggs, they could land on and come off, and then you could be completely flooded. One lake I know for sure is Big Cormorant Lake in Minnesota. It is fully covered in zebra mussels, almost like the whole floor. They've become very invasive and a lot of fish have died because of it. A lot of fish that go on the bottom of the floor will scrape against it and then they'll start bleeding and then they will eventually lose their life. How we are changing this, that these zebra mussels don't infect every lake in North Dakota, Minnesota, and the United States, is we have been polishing off boats every time you go from one lake to another. Some people don't do that because they're dumb, but a lot of people are now taking that action because we don't want them in Lake Elsie where we live. We want them to stay away, far, far away. So We should definitely clean off our boat very well right after we're done fishing or going on a nice pontoon ride from one lake to another.
We support these actions.
Vote no zebra mussels. 2020.
A pest in our community that is native here is a wild turkey. I hate these because they're big and fat, and then when they hit your car, they scrape the paint off. They cause damage. And honestly, they're just everywhere. I could look to my left, turkey. Look to my right, turkey. Why can't they just go away? What I think...
Oh, wait! Go.
Name some invert. No.